one piece. It's just one piece of the solution, but to stop it in mid-construction.
Let me ask you a question. It broke this week that you're hosting a fundraiser for Ron DeSantis. You got a little bit of blowback from that, from the woke, and the San Francisco crowd. But in terms of your influence with somebody like that, do you think you can actually influence them to get Ron DeSantis to listen to this episode and maybe talk about the point-based system and change the framing of that? Do you think you have enough influence to do that?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know exactly what his position on immigration is. That's not like the set of issues that I respect him for. I mean, the reason why I wanted to support DeSantis is that he was the first governor to end these insane lockdowns. And I mean, this is back it should have been obvious to everybody by May of 2020 that the lockdowns didn't work. And he was the first one to roll them back. And Florida did very well, especially considering that they have so many old people in Florida. So, on the whole, now would I have done everything exactly the way he did it? No, but
nobody did it perfect.
Is he a Trump supporter and a Trump acolyte, or is he distancing himself from Trump?
I think, honestly, I think that point of view is coming from the point of view of somebody who's not in the Republican Party. It doesn't have to deal with the dynamics of winning support in the Republican Party.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So you have to basically toe the line with Trump to get the nomination.
I don't see it as towing the line. I just think, I think he's his own person. He's the governor of Florida. He's setting policy over there. He can be supported or not based on what he's doing in Florida. I think Trump is the issue that everybody on the other side will want to talk about, but I don't think it's relevant to what he's doing as governor. I don't think it's relevant to what he's doing
inside of the Republican Party over this. And should we support Trump? With January 6th and all this stuff?
I wouldn't say it's a civil war, but there definitely is some conflict. And I mean,
how does it resolve?
I hope it resolves I think elections are always about the future. I don't think people want to relitigate the past. And I think that the Republican Party would be wise, I think, to find a candidate of the future and not try to rehash or relitigate the past. Another good reason for me to support DeSantis. I think he is a future-oriented candidate. I do think that, I'll say it, the stuff I hear Trump doing now in these speeches where he's relitigating what happened last year, and attacking other Republicans like McConnell because they failed his personal loyalty test. It's a little bit like what he did, frankly, in Georgia with the runoffs, where he sowed so much chaos that the Republicans lost a seat, the Purdue seat that they had won on election night, and then they had that runoff. And you have to say that a huge part of the reason for that was Trump attacking Rafflesberger and all the Georgia GOP because he thought they were insufficiently loyal to him. And then, you had the tape come out of, can you just find 11,000 votes? I mean, I think voters in Georgia punished the Republican Party for that by giving that seat to the Democrats. That is that margin created the Democratic majority, which will now give us probably an incremental 4 to 6 trillion of spending and tax increases that we wouldn't otherwise have had. So I do think these elections are very important, and it would behoove the Republicans. Look, I'm not like one of these never Trumper people who I'm just not obsessed with Trump, period. I just think the Republicans need to run a future looking candidate, not a backwards looking candidate in 2024. And I think DeSantis could be that guy. It's very, very early to say. I mean, the first thing he has to do is run for governor, for re-election which I think is next year, is 2022. So I will support him for that.
All right.
You guys